Hello and welcome to our new tutorial on how to use Traffic Manager President Edition. So if you want to manage your traffic better, and here we have the traffic scenario from City Skylines, you may want to install the Traffic Manager President Edition. So this is this little icon here. And when you open that, you have a few options. By the way, you get that from the Steam workshop if you didn't know already. So I'll go through each of these options and show you how to apply them. So with the first one, switch traffic lights. That means that, for example, we do have these traffic lights in here. And if we click on this, then they just vanish. And now the traffic just goes. And as you can see, I can, for example, remove that one as well, and the lights go. This one, the lights will go, and the same here. So if I click again, I will get that back. So don't worry if you want to see that back again. So when you do things like this, for example, in this junction, you have a very busy area, and you might want to give way for one road or make sure that they have the right of the way. So the way to do this is to add priority signs. So selecting this option, you can select the node where the junction is, and it will show you these little icons. So each one is for one road. So for example, this one is for this road, this one for this road, this one for this one, and this one from here. So let's say we want to give priority for everyone that's coming from the highway. I'll select this, and this is the symbol to give priority for them. But then I want these all the other junctions to give way. So let's do this. If for any reason you want them to actually stop altogether, you can just do that. And then they'll stop in here before moving forward. So that's basically how this works. Let's make this a giveaway again, and let's jump to another one here. So we have these time traffic lights, which means that if you don't have a traffic lights, or if you do, you can, if you mouse over to the option, you see that you can just control click to quick setup. They will set up the traffic lights automatically for you. The time traffic lights, they will set a minimum and a maximum speed for, actually not speed, time for each of the ways. And you can see here that they are changing who can go and who can't. So they will open and close the traffic lights. And here you can see it's tapping through each state. You can add manually more states in here, but I won't get into that because I think that's just the basics, and that's how you set up this traffic light. To remove that, you can just stop, and you can remove time traffic light, and then you are back to the normal traffic lights. And again, to remove it, just click on that. Now, junction restrictions. So sometimes, as you can see, they will wait here. And if this is the priority sign that we have, let's say we want them to keep going. So what do? We press this, and they will get into the junction without waiting. As you can see now, they're moving much faster. And we could do this for this one as well if we want to. This one means that they can cross lanes. Let's say if they're going straight, they could like cross between the left and the right lanes in there. These are U-turns, so you can allow or remove U-turns. And this is obviously pedestrian crossing, so I can remove that. And you see that I have a mod that removes the crossing from there. I can do this on this one as well, and pedestrians can't cross there anymore. So I can remove it from here. So if a pedestrian wants to cross to this side, they'll have to go here, walk all this way. They can't cross in there, and they'll cross over in here again. And that's how you use the junction restrictions. It's pretty easy, just a matter of know what you want and see how you want them to behave. Like for example, this one is a very nice tip. So again, they are waiting there. So if I press this button, now we don't have cars anymore. There you go. They will just go through. As you can see, they're starting to just go through there. They're not waiting for pedestrians, they're not waiting for anything. They just go through. And that's the restrictions. Now, manual traffic lights, it's basically you just turn on basic traffic lights without controlling how long this is gonna take. It's similar to the in-game traffic lights, but in here you can see a little bit more and you can change a little bit more as well. So for example, you can change the mode and you have one light for the right turn, one for the left, because this lane can go both ways, or you can just have one for both at the same time. And you have the counter here, which is not doing anything at the moment, and you manually have to do the control here. So that's why this is manual traffic lights. So for example, now I want this to go, I'll stop this and let them go. But to be honest, I never saw a good use case for this one. So let's just remove it and make sure that they don't even have traffic lights in there, and that they do have priority signs in here. Priority sign, give way, give way, give way. If I want to remove, bang, and bang. So what I'm doing here, if I double click on one, they automatically set everything else to priority, like this. Depends on what you want, it's easy for you to just set things up. Now, next one, speed limits. So I think this is self-explanatory, but you can basically define your speed limits. So instead of 170 or 140, and you just set what you want. If you hold shift, you set up the whole segment. So from one junction to the other. That's how this works. But if you don't select anything, just that node will be selected, or that segment. Okay, so no limits, you have option to have no limit in there. So like they go as fast as they can. But let's give them some limits in there. This is useful when you are in a very busy area or you are setting big roads using standard or lower density roads. For example, you want a 4-lane road, which is this one, 2 on one side, 2 on other sides, and there is no junctions, anything like that. You can raise the speed for that. So as easy as that. Lane connector. Now, lane connector, I see a lot of people using this like a lot, and they shouldn't. That's basically how this goes. A few things that you can do with lane connector here. You can tell them that they can go here, they can go there, and they can go there, for example. Or they can, let's say, they can just go straight this way. And this one can go straight in there. And maybe this one can go just there. And they will follow the line. So everyone on this line will turn right. Everyone in here will go on this one or that one. Everyone there will go here. But be very careful with that, because when you overdo this, this becomes a nightmare. Very easy use case for this is when you, for example, are getting into a highway, a busy highway. If you leave it like this, they'll come here and you'll try to join this or that lane, like this one. You just crossed everyone. And we don't want that because this can cause traffic. So what you do is just set this like so. and then you do this one like this, and maybe this one like that, and this one like this. Again, this is not ideal. You should actually use lane mathematics in here. And just like as a side note, what lane mathematics means is just, for example, you have 2 lanes coming here and 1 extra lane. So this becomes 3, and then everyone has their own way to go. So it's basically this. This one has this lane, this one has this lane, this one has that lane. And doing this helps using the lane selector here, because then you make sure that they know what they're doing and where they are going. So another way to use this is middle nodes where you don't have any junctions. You can just press, for example, Ctrl S there, which is an easy way to do just like making sure that they go straight. What it does is it makes sure that they don't switch lanes at this moment. So if they have to switch lanes, they'll have to do here, like that truck or that car over there. But if I do this here, they can't switch lanes anymore. They'll be able to switch lanes just around here. So that's usually the 2 use cases that you use that the most, from this or this one. So don't overdo it. That's very important. Now, vehicle restrictions. Let's say you think this road is very busy and you don't want every single vehicle or type of vehicle going through this road. For example, garbage trucks. You can just say that, okay, I don't want any service vehicle going through there. Or let's say this is important for them to go through, but I don't want trucks going there. So this won't allow any more trucks here. Or you can disable everything and no one use this road anymore. So this takes a while for these 2 updates, and sometimes depending on your settings, they won't respect that, but they'll have to redo their routes. As you can see, they're starting to not use this road anymore. But again, you have a few options here. You have SOS. So SOS vehicles are police, fire department, ambulance. And then you have service like garbage trucks and roads maintenance, and I don't know if mail goes into that as well. Then you have trucks, then you have taxis, buses, and normal vehicles. There you go. So we've allowed everyone else going through there, but that's what you use that for. So if you don't want trucks going through an area, you can use that, for example. Next one, another one that I use a lot and that I think it's very useful. So for example, you have this junction here, and I'll just quickly close that. Yeah, I just load this scenario because it's very busy and you have a lot of junctions very close by that I can show you what's going on. But let's say this junction there, you have this lane. This lane can go straight or turn right. You can see the arrows in there. Here as well, you have this lane that goes straight, and there we go. Can you please get out of the way? And this one that goes left or straight. So what do we do here? Let's just change a few things. This is the main road, so let's set then as priority, and this will give way. And another thing that we can do here, they don't need to wait there, they can go straight, so they don't need to stop. And now as you can see, they stop here, but they will keep going. They won't care about the junction there. So this one, the lane arrow. If I, for example, press Ctrl and click, you see that it just selects the node. Take a look at this arrow here and this one in there. Now they just have a dedicated turning lane, which that means is that this one they'll go straight, this one they'll go straight, the right one they'll turn, the left one they'll turn. So why this is important? It's because if they have a lane that do a lot of different things, then they will probably get stuck waiting. For example, if there is traffic on the left side and they want to go straight, they wait here until cars can turn left and they can go straight. Just basics. Another way to use this is just, let me select another one here. Let's see, this one, for example. As you can see, this lane can turn left and right, and this can just turn right. So if we select this node here, as you can see, not pressing Ctrl Shift or anything, we see this. So lane 1 is this one, lane 2 is that one. What that means is that I can turn on and off the options, and you can see the arrows changing there. I can even remove the option to turn right, or maybe you can just go forward, you can just go left, and this will change how that looks. So if you don't want to control click this this section here, you can just click on this one, or actually on this one, and you have a dedicated lane to turn left and a dedicated lane to turn right. Same thing here. You shouldn't have this one turning left as well. So one turn going straight ahead, another one turning left. Now this one, there's nothing much to do because you just have one lane there. So they have to do both things. But that's how you use the lane arrows, the changing lane arrows. Next one, parking restrictions. So this is an easy one. You have this car parked there, you don't want cars parking on this street, just remove it. They park on the other side of the street and you don't want that as well, remove it. And that's what it does. So especially like places like this is not a place for a car to park. So remove parking from there. Remove parking from here. For these very small segments of road here, it's not a good idea to have a lot of cars parking there. At least it's not very realistic. In bigger or longer roads like this one, it's actually alright, so not a big deal. Then, yeah, that's basically all that it does. You just remove parking from some roads or add parking to some other roads. Now, despawning. So despawning, you have just two modes here. It's enable and disable. So despawning is currently enabled, which means that if some cars get stuck in traffic for too long, let's say these cars are all stuck here, right? Sometimes when you're playing, you see that a car will just vanish, like they'll disappear because they were there for too long. So if you disable despawning, they won't do that again. So that means that you are playing in hard mode for traffic. They won't despawn, they won't disappear from your game, and they wait until they reach their destination. And I think that's the best way to play the game, because you get a more realistic traffic. Remember what I said about traffic when they do this? So you just do basically this, and they will stop doing that. Sorry, a little bit sidetracked there, but now they'll go on this lane and the traffic can come through. So very small things like that, they will help your traffic a lot. But yeah, not being able to despawn, cars will get stuck. You get more cars stuck. As you can see, there is a lot of cars stuck here, even outside the map. They are stuck all the way there. And despawning won't allow them to vanish and keep your traffic moving. You have to fix your traffic. Yeah, let's get alone there. I don't mind. We are almost finished. So this is despawning. So basically it's hard mode and easy mode for traffic. And this option here is clear traffic. Very easy. Pay attention to the traffic when I click on it, and here we go. Yes, boom, no traffic anymore. So this is a way to kind of cheat the game and remove every single car from the road. And obviously your traffic should get better, but it won't. Yeah, there we go. We went from 65 to 71, 73, 75. It's just getting better. Oh, that's great. But no, this is just like, I never use that, to be honest. I don't like to remove all the cars. I prefer to fix the traffic and make sure that things are working. But if you can't make it work for any reason and you are tired of seeing all those cars, maybe this is a solution, at least for a few minutes. You will be able to just see all your cars going and not getting stuck. But yeah, these are all the options for the Traffic Manager President Edition. I have the most recent stable version from the workshop here, 11.4, and I hope this helped you on your city. So if you have questions, please let me know in the comment section. If this helped you, don't forget to give it a like. And if you like these sort of tips, or if you want to see my Let's Play series, just click on the link on the screen on one of the videos, and please follow along and give me your suggestions as well, because I do take them into consideration and I use them to play my own games. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.